All right, so I'm recording this. I have moved this one up in the queue because there's going to be a bit of a funny little goof on my part, which is actually why I made a particular change recently. So, not too long ago, people may have noticed that I changed my profile picture to actually match my character. Because, historically speaking, when I didn't actually have any indication to be a VTuber or anything like that, I just used a different profile picture, which I thought was really cute, for of a show in anime and manga that I really love. Manga is better, to be perfectly honest, in that particular case. You'll see which one it is later. But OccultusNotitia was kind enough to let me know that they put me in their own video. So I'm curious as to... Damn, it's auto-generated. Okay, hold on. Is there a... Well, it seems like there might be a cheat sheet for me to use here. Ooh, I'm in a video with Azahara. Interesting. Oh, oh yeah, so, yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a one after another thing. Interesting. Oh shit, I'm like right at the beginning? Okay, fair enough. So yeah, just like I did with the Mama Brows video, I'm gonna try to do some on-the-spot lyrical interpretation as with this. Now, the reason I'm doing this is partly to again build back up some skills that I hadn't used in a while. Like I'm used to being able to do really detailed analyses of things like after the fact. I usually sit and think about it, so I've been using these to try to see like how much I can infer and like understand on the spot, and I make a lot of mistakes in these. But in my defense, literary criticism is sometimes called, which is what I'm doing with the lyrical analysis, is sometimes called the fine art of bullshit. And it's called that for a reason. I try to be a lot more objective, but I have my moments. So this is a VTuber Cutie Pie. I actually have a video. I have a funny video where hold on. I think it was hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because speaking of which, I've used this before to befuddle a another VTuber that I actually quite enjoy. They're not a based VTuber. They're definitely closer to. They're definitely on the woke side. But I'll put it here just because, again, I did it because I knew it would trip them up, and I thought it was cute. So.
They're trying to trick you. They're trying to trick you.
They're trying to fuck me up. They're trying to get under my fucking brain.
Because of Binding of Isaac. Thank God this isn't like international.
I know, right?
I would be so bad then.
If it was not US trivia, we would be so fucked.
Yeah, I would be fucked.
Cosmic Otaku, thank you so much for your resub of 8 months with me. I really appreciate it. You can tell these, what does it say? QT... I don't know what that pies... Oh, cutie pies! Don't see the stars very often on account of their brilliance.
Lamoa.
Shut up. Thank you. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw the opportunity and I was like, hold on, I have to seize this. Right? So most of the VTuber clips that I have on my channel are me just getting them to read excerpts from books. It's my autism. I get to pick the special interest, right? But just putting that out there, VTubers reading books, preferably those that are like public domain, don't be retarded. VTubers reading textbooks and novels. The untapped market there, right? I'm just saying, it's kind of like it's kind of like that thing Pippa was talking about. It's like a car crashes set to J-pop. It's like untapped market, right? So if anyone wants to go and run with that, fucking go ham with it. It probably would be actually pretty enjoyable. Okay, so without the stalling, right? Hold on, am I actually recording? Okay, good, I am still recording. Just had to make sure. I was originally going to do a commentary on a video that I had actually made at the beginning of the year, right before the year started actually, and with Doctor of Insanity, but I've been having a bit of an issue with my power right now, and I don't want to like set all that up and then it like the power go off mid-stream or mid conversation and ruin the so I was like we're pushing it back 2 weeks because we have something to do. I have something to do next weekend. So like, it's not like the trucker video. It will eventually come. It's just circumstances have been a bit wonky. So let's see if I can, without further ado, let us see what we have here. So now we have a doorway leading to, like, in an abstract void, leading to something more concretized, something where individuation exists, right? So this is like a I'd have to think about this probably, but like this is like an almost undifferentiated chaos. Again, chaos meaning not disorder, but a lack of form, a lack of identity. I'll have to make a whole video about that. But so it's like raw potentiality. On the other side is the actual. So we are reducing from potentiality to actuality here. Hold on, let me get my cheat sheet up. That way I can cheat, right? Okay. So yeah, I do know though that this was made in appreciation of the Skyebros community. Again, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I personally don't believe that I deserve to be in any of these videos. Like, there are plenty more meritorious people who deserve to be in who would much more fit to be in these videos. But I digress, right? Like, that's not a decision I get to make. It's they're the artists; they get to make the artistic decisions, and I'm not a big copyright person. Like, I operate under copyleft, so it's like I don't really mind if someone remixes anything that I make for the most part, right? So I was like, that okay. Without stalling again, let's go. Oh, hold on. Before I do something retarded, let's crank this up to max.
I'm a faceless cutie pie in the corner saying hi, talking geopolitics, certain games and music mix. I'm VTuber.
Okay, you came out strong with that one. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was expecting. It literally is titled VTuber Cutie Pie. God damn. Okay. Is this what I did to fucking Koki and Cali Calico, or that short that I showed? Right? God damn it.
YouTuber streaming live, my chat's running miles high.
Okay, so I'm gonna do like the VTuber reacting everyone wants to see first, and then I'm gonna go and do the lyrical reaction afterwards, like I've been doing, with the other videos. So this one I'm pretty sure is Powder and Ovted Fatash. What is Fatash? Is that like an Indo-Aryan name? I'm gonna have to look that up later.
Mention Knox or Asmin, gold, suffix never getting home.
Good lord, man, that was fast. Hold on.
Mention Knox or Asmin, gold, suffix never getting home.
Okay, so that's Skyebros. That is the Mama Brows. No, wait. Yeah, that's Mama Brows. Never mind. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Is this who I think it is? The name is escaping me, though, but I think I've talked to this guy before. Wait, Remnant777 is on here. Hold on. Fuck, okay, fair enough. Again, like, people more deserving to be on here than I. Okay, let's see. The name is escaping me, though. Okay, I've never talked to this person before. Batmouse. Okay, that's a really nice profile picture. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so that was... Okay, so this is Penny Bloomfeld. And this is Asari and Leaflet. I didn't expect Demi to pop up here. Oh, fair enough. So that was Psychro and... so... Let's see, that's Psychro, I'm pretty sure. And this is Smugglana. Wait, is that Taylor the Fiend? Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Maybe I'm misremembering this. Hold on. I don't know who this is. I have to open this up to even consider. Okay, I don't know who that is. Sorry. I don't see. Hold on. Oh, Mari's on here. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Taylor the Fiend. I was like, hold on, a little skinny, but I was like, hold on, is that Taylor the Fiend? I do actually watch his content quite often. I don't agree with everything he says, obviously, but I do think he has real grievances that should be honestly addressed. That's what I'm going to say about that. Like, I understand the MGTOW community. I don't fully agree with everything, because like the thing about the MGTOW community is like, it's more of like a way of life kind of deal. There's not as much like doctrinal like solidity to it, so depending on who you pick out of the MGTOW community, you're going to get like wildly different beliefs. And I actually attempted, and maybe I'll link this at some point, I attempted to create a metaphysics of MGTOW for a fiction project. And just so it's like if anyone was interested in using the power system I developed for a story, which anyone can use, by the way, then there was already an inbuilt system to account for example, because I already had like a feminist interpretation in there. So it's like, oh yeah, let's go with the MGTOW interpretation too, and I'll create both systems from the ground up. And I think I did a better job than what a lot of people in those systems would, because again, I tried to tackle it in a serious way from an inverse perspective, not from an outverse preachy perspective, right? Like what these things believe about the world. But anyway, I can make a video about that later. Okay, hold on. Who is that? Is that Powder again? No, that's not Powder. I have no idea who this is. Who's Dot Pocket? Okay, that's definitely not him. Yeah, y'all might just have to tell me who this is later, because I'm gonna have to check out all these channels later. That was Lord Intellectual. I have no earthly idea who this is. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah, you know what? Fair. I thought based on what was going on earlier, right? Based on what was going on earlier and what I was told. Hold on. Based on this conversation I had earlier, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't find you. It's like and yeah, so like long story short, that I had misread this, because sometimes it's been a long day of work reading and I misread things. Happens often, right? And I was under the assumption I accidentally got put into the video. It's like Chi from Chobits. It's like that would have been really funny. But I'm glad that you got the actual character. It looks really good, by the way. Did very well on this. That was Northy. Hold on. That's Northy. I had no idea who this is. I don't know who that is. Good lord, man. So, again, Keen. I got a wild Iraqi, who I found out I was over-identifying in a previous video. Gleeman. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is Dot Pocket. Yeah, that's Dot Pocket. Let's see. Yeah, that was Remnant 7 Pipkin Pippa, right? Pipkin Pippa, Remnant 777. The Holy Ball, if I can find that correctly. Yeah, the Holy Ball. I'm just saying, like, picking out, like, this is a really creative VTuber idea. I'm not gonna lie. He's just a Globus Crucis. That's, like, honestly, really clever. Okay, that was a lot fast. Holy crap. Okay, that's obviously Ember Paradox. This guy seems familiar, but is not drawing a name. Let's see. That is Azahara Channel. Mud Hut Man. God bless you, right? Let's see. This one's not ringing a bell. Wait, who was that? Oh, I like that design, but I have no fucking clue who this is. He's like a cat. It's like you give him some pets, and he's like don't do that.
Staying up to date, I tell you I'm not gonna lie. Comfort and anonymity, saying how it's gonna be. New age of an influence, give away to fix this mess.
No idea who this is, but I do like the idea of, like, again.
Crowding fans of loyalty. New age of an influence, give away to fix this mess. Crowding fans of loyalty. New ages of an
Okay. I love. Oh my. Okay. The two. Oh my god. The two sides of the anti-Marxist crowd, right? Should we kill the bad guy? Right. Versus. Is this bad guy even a challenge? Yeah. I actually would love to hear a conversation between these four. This actually sounds like it would be an interesting, or these five actually. This actually sounds like this would be an interesting podcast idea, to be perfectly honest. I'm pretty sure that was Skyebros, and again, I think this is, I don't know if this is the same person, but I think this is still Ovted Fatash. I don't know who this is, and I mean Wild Iraqi, obviously. Oh my god. Okay, fair enough. I love how like everyone has like a very different, because I never drew the legs, right? Everyone has like wildly different interpretations of what's going on with the leg situation, right? Like, I'm not complaining. It's just, again, it's neat. It's neat to see everyone putting their creative spin in here. But there's probably a reason the individuals were chosen for the associations they were. For example, these three, I highly doubt that this was arbitrary, that these three probably have some commonality in either what they do. And so there's probably some commonality between like what we do here, and which is a good argument for me to check out Northy and the Holy Ball, and I'm drawing a blank on this gentleman at the very left here. Again, like Taylor the Fiend, Asahara Channel, and Lord Intellectual. This association makes sense. They all talk about cultural issues, right? So it's like, and they all try to do like deep dives when they do their talks. Like I've seen Asahara Channel talk on a particular issue for like almost I think he has videos that maybe last to an hour, maybe. But I do know I've watched some of his videos that are like 30 minutes long, where he's just trying to go in depth on like VTuber culture related topics. I was like, yeah, fair enough. And then, hold on. Yeah, Ember Paradox, Smugalana, Deme. I don't know who the bunny girl is. And then, I'm not sure what these lot have in common. I'd be interested to see. That's an interesting association. Subplot dance spot. Better filler than One Piece. You know, someone make this in VR chat. I missed when people were having more fun on VR chat, to be perfectly honest. Because I don't know what it is, but VR chat's not as fun as it used to be. And I really don't think it's just me. I do think that like something has like culturally happened on VR chat that has made it less fun. But someone make this on VR chat. This could be like a Skyebros fucking like a get together world. Damn it, we need a Skyebros VR chat group, people. If anyone wants to make my model for VR chat, that's entirely fine too. I'm not going to stop you. This shot is necessary for the plot, and I will hear no arguments otherwise. I like that, actually, that transition. Hold on. And when you have the sound filtered, you actually switch over to something that would justify the camera doing the filtering of the sound. I suspect that these are OCs, but I am not entirely sure.
No real face.
Sarcasm bomb. Sarcasm grenade, fair enough.
Just my persona. Found a rhyme. It's Barcelona. Give a cute little react. Cut that clip it. Shorts on track. VTuber model. Human made for a viral social game. Anime cat. Hero mix. Got my VTubes. Be streaming hits. VTuber cutie pie. Tell you I'm not gonna lie. Confident anonymity. Saying how it's gonna be. New age of an influence. Give away to fix this mess. Crowd and fans of loyalty.
I don't know what it is, but hold on. This has given me a lot of like what was that one fucking anime back in the day? There's a lot of them. But I mean, obviously it's very anime coded, right? But like there are certain parts in here where it's just reminding me of Bleach, and then other parts where it's like, huh, I'm getting some like what was that one with the sorcerers who trap yokai in boxes? What the fuck was it? It was like they trapped them in like boxes made out of energy of some kind. It's gonna kill me because this has popped up a couple times. It is like I can't remember the name of it.
Fix this mess, crowding fans of loyalty. Makes a
The Fire and Ice, eh?
crew for you and me. Yo.
Someone actually took what I was saying seriously, man. Fucking AI is basically magic. Like again, you give it a prompt, think a spell, right? And that arrangement of words, depending on how they interact with each other and how they interact with the underlying structure, forms like intelligible form out of chaos. And the better we get at it, the closer we are to like figuring out how to again like like again, it's basically just magic. I don't really have a problem with it. It's magic potentially used for the good of the human race. So I'm gonna take it that was the. I mean, I think it was kind of obvious from beforehand, but I'm pretty sure that was like the bad guy. He was in fact not a, okay, yeah, fair enough. He was in fact not a challenge. Taylor the Fiend just went and said something fucking wildly out of pocket, eh? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I could totally see that also possibly happening, to be perfectly honest. Just like, I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm about to say something, right? I really... again, I don't really know what to say about people putting me in their stuff. It's remarkable to me that, again, anyone would do that. I know people have heard me say this like every video that I end up being featured in. I was kind of looking forward to being accidentally mistaken for Chi for Chobits. That would have been really funny to me. But I am glad that you got like the actual character, because I don't want an issue with like Clippy possibly happening where it's like, oh, this is a potential copyright hazard. So, again, I don't really have. It's just so weird to me that, like, again, people would put me, would make art that would involve me. And yes, I still consider this art, because I've never heard a coherent argument against AI as art, because it oftentimes involves some kind of fundamental, like, ad hoc imposition. So it's like, it's a definition that's made specifically to avoid AI being art, or it's made out of some fundamental misunderstanding of what art actually is. And it's usually motivated by some underlying ideological presuppositions that are just objectively untrue. But, thank you, man. Again, like, it's so weird that, again, people actually listen to me screed about this stuff in general, whether it be like art criticism or politics. So, like, again, thank you for listening. Again, it is such a... It's still very strange to me. I don't think I'm going to get used to this for quite a while, to be perfectly honest. So it has a citation from Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. Jesus loves you. Like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure I already did like and subscribe. Let me check. Yep, liked, subscribed. Yeah, I mean... Like, as small as this channel still is, right? I'm still finding way more success than I ever actually expected in this endeavor. And it was largely not my doing, to be perfectly honest. I got fucking boosted by people significantly better at what they do who took a look at my account and were like, I want to highlight this person. So it's like, I am very well aware I did not do this myself. So like, I had a lot of help that I did not. Yeah, in my case, I didn't even ask for the help. They just decided to give it to me. And it's like, yeah, you gotta keep in mind that, again, like, no one like is obligated to help you, and that'll help you keep in mind that, like, when people are showing you charity, they're doing it because, again, they want to, not because they have to. And it helps with the humility thing, right? But yeah, I mean, if you don't seek, you won't find. And if you don't ask, it won't be given. And if you don't knock, it won't be open. So, seek, find, ask, knock. I quite like this song. Again, so it's like, it's just a catchy song, to be perfectly honest. Just like from a surface level interaction, it's a catchy song. I am not a musician, so I'm not going to be commenting on things like chords or anything like that. I couldn't tell you the difference between a fucking violin and a viola, right? So now that we've done the VTuber spotting and me recognizing that there are a lot of people in here I'm just not going to recognize, let's do a second pass to check the lyrical analyses. Normally I would try to see if I could get the whole thing in front of me so that I could read it, but we're going to go for and rely on the captions for right now.
I'm a faceless cutie pie in the corner saying hi, talking geopolitics, certain games and music mix.
So, I mean, this part is kind of self-demonstrating, right? Like, faceless cutie pie. I don't know if I'd say that about myself, right? But anyway, yeah, faceless is in where, like, we're all literally hiding behind some kind of, like, kayfabe or, like, persona to create distance between ourselves so we can keep our privacy, right? But, like, we're in the corner. Like, right now, you can see I'm right in the corner at the very bottom right hand of the screen. And as you saw with my previous serious video, that wasn't based on art. It was like a almost 5-hour commentary on the situation in Iran. So, yeah, talking geopolitics. I also have gaming videos, and I do make music, but I don't do the music as, like, my main thing. I just do that on occasion. And the gaming thing is, I would do that if it wasn't for the fact that, like, again, I have a lot of art and geopolitics to catch up on, but I do at some point want to get back to gaming.
VTuber streaming live, my chat's running miles high. Mention Nox or Asmongold, suffix never getting home.
That was a very dense line. Hold on.
Music mix on VTuber streaming live, my chat's running miles high. Mention Nox or Asmongold, suffix never getting home.
Mentioning Nox or Asmongold. Hold on. What's never getting old?
High. Mention Nox or Asmongold, suffix never getting home.
Oh, mentioning Nux or Asmongold, subjects never getting old. I mean, fair enough, right? That's just a funny image.
Staying up to date, I tell you I'm not gonna lie. Comfort and anonymity, saying how it's gonna be new.
Interesting. Tell you I'm not gonna lie. Comfort in anonymity. Say it out. Saying, oh, it's not saying out. It's saying how it's gonna be. This is one of the problems I have with, like, the auto generation for captions is YouTube's auto caption generate is very hectic, to be perfectly honest. And I'm heavily relying on the lyrics. So give me one moment. Let me go right back. Oh, staying up to date. Okay, that's what it was at the very beginning. New age of an influence, give a way to fix this mess. It's not like, so again, this is yeah, I mean, fair enough. Like, no one trusts the mainstream media anymore. The fucking, hold on. let me see if I can find that, because there's a joke I use often on like X, which I still find to be really fucking funny. But hold on, see if I can pull it up. Because like when I go get my news, it's no longer from I mean obviously mainstream media, because I just kind of expect them to lie to me. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna probably pull up one of her videos. And oh, speaking of which, let's pull up the most recent one, I guess, since we're already here. Because I'm probably gonna listen to this while I'm at work tomorrow. So, your most trusted source in news, right?
Boston?
How fucking bad is it that, like, we have to go to sometimes cartoon Fox girls to get just, like, an attempted authenticity in coverage, right? Fucking wild times. But, you know, we can get away with doing things that other people can't necessarily, because we don't exactly have corporate backing, right? No one's paying me to do any of this shit. And even if they were paying me to do some of this stuff, I probably wouldn't take the money, because it's like, I don't want to have to lie to do my stuff, right? So yeah, it's a new age of influence. Again, we're moving away from the performativity of the flesh tuber to the performativity of the kayfabe in the VTuber. Because again, there's just one more you can do, and ironically enough, you can be a little bit more authentic as a VTuber. It's kind of strange, right? Because it gives you a mask, and that mask, just like in VR chat. Funny enough, I saw people admit to things while you playing VR chat you never fucking hear them admit to. That was my desk. In real life, but the reason they were able to do that is, first of all, you don't know who they are, so there's already that distance and anonymity. I think we've all had that experience where someone you don't know tells you something about their lives that you, one, didn't ask for, and two, that like they would never tell someone closer to them because they know that that's not going to work their way back into their circles, right? And then you have that added thing of, like, again, VTubers have a mask on, so there's a further layer of space and distance and protection that potentially allows honesty in a space. Now, not everyone is honest, right? But, you know, it does. There are some people who are a little bit too honest behind their VTuber mask. I think, again, I covered that during the whole VTuber ovulation video. Hold on. So I had I had my own reaction, just like talking about how this was the funniest shit ever. I just did not expect this to be a thing. Where is it? I can't find my own videos, it seems. Oh, it's right here. So yeah, where I just had like my own commentary on the VTuber ovulation tracker, and I'm like, people. Nothing you say online is in these public spaces is private. You're literally saying things in public. If you don't want schizos to act like schizos, don't give schizos things that schizos can gravitate to, right? So it's like we can be a little bit too open about our lives at times because we have that mask and no one knows who we are. But yeah, and because we have the ability to say things that other people might not necessarily have the ability to say because, you know, potential reputation destruction problems, we can actually select, suggest real possibilities to get, solutions. So it's like, we could just honestly say things that like a corporate VTuber can't say for like very obvious reasons, right? So a lot of us do have solutions to try to fix the problems that some of us became VTubers to, talk about in the first place. So yeah. Okay, giveaway to fix this mess. Should we kill the bad guy versus is the bad guy even? Giveaway to fix this mess again. Is the bad guy even a challenge? Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, that's again on the nose, but I think subtlety, as I've said multiple times before, oftentimes people use subtlety to just avoid saying something. And it's like, yeah, nah. Sometimes subtlety is absolutely a shield for cowards. But also the part where it's like collecting fans of loyalty is like, yeah. That is definitely a thing that does happen. Like, it is interesting how often I see the same names in my, even so far with my premieres, because I've been recently doing premieres for my videos, and I'm going to have this release as a premiere as well. I'm starting to notice, again, several names be very recurrent, and I appreciate those names, because, again, they're giving me their time, right, to spurg out about some issue, and they're actually hearing me out. So, like, I appreciate that they're giving me their time, and yeah, a lot of times it's like VTuber fans can be quite loyal to like the VTubers per se, because again, like everyone is gravitating to a VTuber for a very specific thing. Like different VTubers do different things, obviously, right? And when you're talking about VTubers who have an ideological bend, like, you know, myself or everyone on here, right? Lord Intellectual, the centrist who wants to bring sanity back to conversations, right? You have Lord Remnant 777. Again, he's largely a centrist, but wants to bring stability and like conversation back. But he's not afraid to just say his particular take, right? He's not ashamed of his, he's not ashamed of his religion, which is a good thing. You have Psychro. I don't know anything about Psychro. I haven't seen any of his stuff yet. And then you have, and then you have Taylor the Fiend here, and it's like, yeah, he's just gonna tell you straight up as it is, as he sees it in the cultural sphere of today. And it's like, again, I don't agree with all the guy's takes, but I will give that I think the guy that, you know, all these people seem to be, as far as I can tell, genuinely honest people. And this is part of the reason. I don't know anything about the Holy Ball, so again, I'm gonna have to check this guy out. But from the 3 people here that I am aware of, these seem to be genuinely honest people who are like trying to just, again, propose some solution to what they see as society's problems. And yeah, people appreciate that. They appreciate the combination of integrity, just saying what you honestly believe, and again, just saying it with your chest, to be perfectly honest. I have seen some people, I'm going to pause this here, but I have seen people mention that, like, they don't think AI art really holds up because, like, when you freeze frame, unlike in the Louisville video, right? Not Louisville, Louisverse video. When you pause, you can see artifacting and destabilization across the image. Now, I don't particularly care about that per se. I get it from like an animation perspective, where it's like the frames themselves, each individual frame is a work of art in and of itself, right? But the whole purpose behind an AI video is to show that animation itself, so the illusion of movement, can be produced from, again, lines of code. So in this particular goal, AI animation still succeeds, even if when you pause it, there are times where it's like, okay, yeah, the individual frame doesn't really work. Because the goal is not the individual frames. The goal of an AI animation, from the perspective of an AI program, is to create an illusion of movement. So, you know. But we've also seen how much a lot of these AI programs have advanced over the last 6 months. It may be that we will hit some kind of hard cap on AI that it just can't get past, which is fine if that's the case. If it's not the case, then, you know, I welcome our AI, or I welcome our Autobots, you know, allies. So there's that. But okay, that was unfortunate. My power just surged again. Hopefully it doesn't cut me off in this video. But I also see it as, like, again, a developmental thing. Again, we all remember the Will Smith's eating spaghetti, right? Versus like what AI can do now. And I think it's good enough to, again, take to see like each of these individual pieces as like not only an individual artist process, but the ability of the field itself and how it has progressed. Because it's not like people it's not like people as like the human race suddenly invented painting and then the pinnacle of painting was suddenly possible. No, culture had to develop in such a way, and the technology had to develop in such a way that more and more was achievable through the techniques of painting. And the same thing happened with sculpture, and the same thing happened with any other artistic technology. And it's happening right now with AI. And a lot of the disparagements that I do sometimes hear about AI art literally just boils down to the technology is not there yet, but it's like, well, you need to still push the technology in order to get there. You need to push to see where things need to be worked on. So even if we grant the assessment that, like, because the individual frames don't work, it doesn't hold up to scrutiny, that is a position you can take. I don't really think it's a reasonable position to take just based on what it is AI art is doing in this particular, like, what the goal is. But that's still important, because by seeing how it fails, you can slowly figure out what you need to work on in order to actually get it to function correctly. Now, I actually think that a lot of the artifacting elements in the human body, for example, are actually easily fixable, but it would require a foundational shift in how the AI is actually generating the images. One of the ways I think that would be the case would be actually giving the AI access to a 3D human template, so it can then trace over, like, first of all, pose and then trace over the template, and, you know, work from there. I think that actually would solve a lot of these problems, but I'm also not a programmer, so I'm not working for any of these companies, so that's not something I can really do there. That's just a solution, you know. So as earlier, suggesting solutions to problems, one of my solutions to some of the AI art issues that you have is that maybe AI art companies should also invest in, like, giving the AIs the ability to reference, like, pose and reference 3D models. That way they can trace over them, and potentially, again, kind of like a video game scroller, where it's like you have a video game character creator where you can modify the sliders. You could also possibly do that with the 3D models and tell the AI what specifically you're looking for, and then, again, it can do the posing and trace the model from there. That would be a thing that would, again, require future technological development, but, you know, it's something I think we could very easily see being the case. I think that would actually help to solve some of these problems. Okay, I thought I stopped my recording for a moment. I was going to be really annoyed. What did I do then? There is a lot less artifacting, and I think part of it also was just the multiplicity of subjects, which, you know, that doesn't really work here per se, because there's not as much artifacting in this particular. I would really love to see someone do some research into, like, why certain generations have a higher degree of artifacting and, like, undue entropy than other scenes, because this scene is very minimal in, like, again, the things I was just talking about. So I'm curious as to why that is the case.
No real face, just my persona. Found a rhyme, it's Barcelona.
Okay, I think that, again, I think that's pretty we already covered that part. No real face, just my persona. Again, it's like, I have no interest in showing my face. I like to keep my privacy, right? Found a rhyme, it's Barcelona. Like, the Barcelona, you know, that's a demonstration right there. It's like, that is the rhyme found for this particular line, right? But I'm pretty sure Barcelona also has, like, importance as an artistic, you know, in the history of art. So, again, let's see.
A cute little react, cut that clip it. Shorts on track.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If I actually did cut clips to make shorts of myself, I would be probably doing much better. Like, by the time I'm done with a 5-hour video, I just want to be fucking done with it, to be perfectly honest. And I hate using video editing software. I fucking hate it. The video editors I have take way too long to actually open up. I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this is I gotta wait for this thing to open up now. Hold on, let me see if I can do something else, right? So, but, you know, sometimes you do, even for a regular video, have to go in and upscale. Like, for example, again, the previous video that I did before I think it's the last video I uploaded, actually. I had 30 minutes that were, the audio was borked, so I was like, ah, damn it. And I had to go in and upscale it, and it's probably still quieter than the rest of the video, but now you can actually hear that section. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay. And then, yeah, shorts on track. I was also told that I should probably be making shorts, and they're probably right about that. But again, after I talk about something I have a lot of ums and uhs and, you know, dead space in between. That, again, I'm still getting used to doing all this on the fly, talking to no one. If I'm talking to someone, there's a lot less of that. But when I'm talking about myself, the thought processes do kind of slow down a bit. But again, I hate using video editing software with a passion.
VTuber model, human made for a viral social game, anime cat hero mix. Got my VTuber.
What a description. Hold on.
Made for a viral.
So, VTuber model, human made for viral
Social game, anime
human made for a viral social game.
cat hero mix. Got my VTuber.
Anime cat turbo mix. Okay. I mean, it is kind of interesting that, again, Northy was the one on that particular one, because, like, he's not human at all. So I think that dissonance is entirely intentional. I'm not entirely sure. I can't prove it, but I think that dissonance was intentional. Yeah, I mean, the kimono mimi style, you know, the animal ear style, a slightly animalistic style. It works for a reason, right? First of all, anime is highly, like, as a style, is highly abstracted. It doesn't aim for realism. It aims for, like, an abstraction of the human form, and that allows people to project what they think. You know, that allows people to project their own image of something onto that form, because it's an abstracted form. It hasn't been fully concretized, so there's room for interpretation, right? I think that's one of the reasons why people find anime so fascinating, is because instead of being bogged down by all the unnecessary elements, you really do just, like, focus on the essential elements of the human form, you know, which is the whole purpose of an abstracted style, is to cut away all the unnecessary bits. And the animal elements helps to flesh out the persona, and oftentimes it is interesting how, like, the animal chosen ends up in some way reflecting the personality of the individual who's actually chosen that animal to associate with, oftentimes in ways that weren't necessarily, like, expected. I think we can all think about examples of this.
Makes a groove for you and me.
So this is kind of interesting, because it looks like we don't really even bother to take this guy on individually, to be perfectly honest.
Hero mix.
Because then why the fuck would you, right? Because none of these people really ever fight fair. Let's be perfectly fucking honest, right?
Got my VTubes, be streaming hits. VTuber cutie pie, tell you I'm not gonna lie.
So again, in this particular instance, we're, like, obviously alluding to music as a vector of cultural production. You know, one means of attacking the malevolent Gnostic influences in our culture. And there is an interesting degree of symmetry in all of these too, which is, again, the symmetry is interesting because it's complementary. It's not like an exact mirror type thing, but it's like two oppositional opposites that come together and then take away something that is surrounding this, from what I understand, this sorcerer, and therefore taking away his shield. You know, like right there, we see the shield seems to dissipate. Again, the oppositional, the complementary opposites, the ice and the fire, heat and coldness. Actually, this is an interesting thing as well, because from what I understand, I don't know so much about the lad on the right, but here we have Deme and we have Lord Intellectual, and they're working together to bring down this, who I am assuming is a fucking right over his head, right? I mean, if it works, right? Like working to take down this malevolent wizard, and then they have wildly different functions. Don't you dare question why I stopped at this particular frame. But long story short, like Deme doesn't do the same thing as like Lord Intellectual does, right? And Lord, they have no interest in doing the same kind of thing that each other are doing. Lord Intellectual does mostly intellectual content, which I think is a thing that's definitely needed. And it's more or less the kind of stuff that I tend to hyper focus on, right? But Deme does, from what I understand, I don't watch Deme very often. I saw her crash out, and I was like, okay. I mean, it's fun. It was entertaining, but it was also not my kind of thing. I think Deme is more of the raw entertainment area, and again, as I keep telling people, if you look down on raw entertainment, then you're shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to like the cultural conflict, because the raw entertainment actually has a real important function in society, and this is why the communists, through the Gramscian method, attack it. The whole purpose of raw entertainment is to allow a pressure valve. Like, you have obviously morality tales, and that's the function of, for example, superhero stories, but raw entertainment, so like entertainment for entertainment's sake, is actually a societal method of decompression. It allows someone, after they've had a hard day, for example, at work, or a hard day studying, to be able to be fit for the jobs sector. So it's like you're going to college and you're actually trying to do things, or you're going to a trade school and you're trying to get caught up to speed on like the job that you're trying to do, right? Raw entertainment is one of those things that helps to unwind. It allows you to shut your brain off and just, like, again, enjoy things, right? So attacking that and making that ideologically possessed, that is an actively malicious thing that the left is doing. So, like, they're doing that very specifically because they want to hurt you. They don't want you to have an escape. They want you to feel demoralized, that you can't escape. That way, again, they either drive you over the edge or they make you completely disconnect. That is the goal. So, but they are trying to kill your investment in your own culture. That is one of the reasons why they don't let you escape politics. Because if they can reduce your entire culture down to politics, and then they've reduced the entirety of your culture down to a series of banal concerns. Oh, that was the wrong fucking thing. So, yeah, anyone who attacks raw entertainment is an idiot. Or malicious. One of those two. I say an idiot because it's like, I don't think necessarily Matt Walsh is malicious on this. I just think he's kind of just not thinking about any of this.
Yo.
Wizard man, teach me the magic words, right? Oh my god. All you have to do is look at like the beginner AI videos and then look at like a professional AI video, and you're like, oh my god, there is a real difference. This is not as easy. This really is magic, but it doesn't give itself away like without effort. Like, I think I've seen Skyebros say that like some of the videos he's worked on like 300 hours. It's like, good lord, man. And as someone who's made some AI music, and I've had to scrap a number of projects because it was like, okay, even when I lower the entropy still comes in and just like makes the song completely unusable for my purposes. So it's like, okay, yeah, there is that degree to where it's like you have to actually learn how to use the tools. That way you can fix them for when they invariably do something you don't want them to do. I'm not sure who this is, but I'm interested to know if this is an OC or if this is another VTuber. Banish his ass to the Shadow Realm, right? He was in fact not a challenge. Yeah, I mean... I have talked to a couple of these people behind the scenes about how you debate some of these people, because back when I was going to college, I wasn't always considered hard right? Because I know people are going to make that accusation. But back when I was going to college, I would debate a lot of these leftists, just like not like a friendly debate, not trying to like win, but just like have a conversation where we both hold our own. And I was never particularly impressed by the argumentation of the people on the left, to be perfectly honest. And it took me way too long to realize that leftism is just cultural Marxism, to be perfectly honest. And that explains a lot once you figure that out. But yeah, a lot of their positions are completely indefensible once you actually get them down to actually like address the first principles. I have convinced a number of people for libertarianism. Funny enough, like I've convinced family members who are deeply conservative to of libertarianism. It's a conservative libertarianism, not the more of the New Hampshire shit, not the stuff. I'll leave that be. That's probably a video for another time. But I've also convinced people who are atheists to be against abortion, because you don't actually need to cite religion to do that. You can actually just refer to Aristotelian logic. Aristotle's method actually works. And I have been catching people up to speed on how a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with is apocalypticism and Gnosticism in root, and that maybe you shouldn't be looking to people who ultimately hate the world you live in and want to remake it in their own image as like guides to tell you how to live your life, right? So yeah, a lot of these ideas are actually pretty easily deconstructible, but they're not deconstructed in debate per se. Oftentimes, in order to convince, I'm gonna again a thing I brought up during the Iran conversation video. Blaise Pascal has a really important observation I think most people need to know. You don't convince people by the arguments you come up with. You convince people by the arguments that they themselves have concocted in their own head. Your goal as a debater is not to just present the facts and then argue from the facts. You should present the facts and you should argue from the facts. That is absolutely true. But your goal is to get they themselves to walk down that path and put pieces together themselves. That will better convince someone of the truth of your proposition than just presenting someone the entire the entire argument on its own and then just presenting it and not moving forward from there. If they don't connect the dots in their own head and they don't come to their own reasoning for why they're of that position, they're not gonna really be moved by what you're telling them. It's just the way human beings work. This is fucking funny as shit again. Was this on purpose? This seems like this had to have been on purpose. Taylor the Fiend fucking saying something completely out of pocket. I don't know anything about Psychro, but just the fact that he's like, hold the fuck on, hold on. Yeah, fair enough. I quite like this. Was this was this your first AI video? I'm actually really curious. No, it seems like there's been a couple beforehand. Let's see, what is this? Is this a video? Ooh, it was. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely look into this. I'm curious as to what you're using per... I am fucking... Okay, you know what? I'm bad with names and faces, chat. I'm bad with names and faces.
I'm a faceless cutie.
Feel free to clown on me about this, because I am bad with names and faces. Well, I figured out who is the one with the white mask and the wreath, right? OccultusNotitia. The things I notice versus the things I don't notice, right? Oh my god. Was this, by the way, at all inspired by Evangelion? We got the whole congratulations scene, but with all the clouds, with the sky clear. I'm getting kind of that visual inspiration from this scene. That's embarrassing. Oh my god. Yeah, I make these kinds of blunders all the time. Certain things I notice, and then certain things I'm like, I should have noticed that. I'm just glad I noticed that during this recording, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check these out. So, hold on. I'm curious. What do you have on your description? I haven't done this with anyone else, but let's see. Hilarious, faith-fueled fun with God at the heart. Let's see. Dive into witty live streams every other day, packed with outrageous laughs, consistent lame jokes, and even everyday hilarity. Streams every other day and short drops between for a quick, quirky clips and original music tunes that'll be added to your list of favorites. No deep esoteric stuff, just lighthearted, funny humor and melodies. Conspiracies, ask away, but otherwise, nah. I mean, absolutely based. As someone who has actually studied the occult and the occult origins of modern leftist ideologies, and including some modern quote-unquote right ideologies, like the Bush era ideologies, which is just right Hegelianism. The fucking occult is overrated. It is all fake Gnostic nonsense. Yeah. Based. None of that really occult stuff. Just keep it to the fun level, because oh my god. I could definitely do without some of the shit that I learned. Yeah, but yeah, you know, conspiracy theories are fun, let's be fair. Everyone knows conspiracy theories are fun. There's a reason why they're so popular. So yeah, thank you, OccultusNotitia. I'm sorry that, again, I didn't recognize you in your own video. Happens sometimes. I always avoid watching something of someone before I actually, react to their first video. So this was my first introduction to anything you've done, and I quite enjoyed it. I quite like it. Keep up the good work, man. Oh, God, that's embarrassing on my part. So, I still have no idea how to end these videos. Y'all have a lovely day. And God bless.